Hello all, in this video I will be taking you along to a bunch of JOANN fabrics near me. After they announced last week that they were closing all of their stores, I knew I had to hit these up and see what was there. Obviously, given their name, every store I went to had an abundance of fabric. I also noticed most stores had a bunch of fleece material to make those no-sew tie blankets that were popular a while ago. This is also the biggest JOANN's out of all of the three I went to, so I ended up coming back here again. But because of this, their selection of yarn was insane. I spent the majority of my time here browsing these aisles. All three stores that I went to this week had the exact same sales, which was 25% on yarn. I love the color palettes in these sugar and cream yarns, however, I do not need them. So my plan was to come back here in a week and see if the sale amount goes up anymore above 25%. Also, the kids crafts were 20% off. I also didn't realize how many charms slash costume jewelry JOANN's had, so definitely check it out if you're into that kind of stuff. Okay, here is a haul of what I got at the first store. Just this basic red yarn and this birdhouse I painted as a gift. The two of these only ended up being $5, so very good deal. And then here's the second location I went to. I've never been here before and I'm so glad I did. You'll see why soon. The yarn selection here wasn't as great as the first store. However, I did notice they had the all-in-one granny square yarn that I previously made a video on. Overall, they got mid reviews online, but I really enjoyed them. They also had this new flower power pattern that I thought was really cute. Here is a haul of everything I got at the second JOANN's location. I just got this basic light pink yarn for future projects. I ended up using these two acrylic paints on the birdhouse, and then this is why I'm so thankful I went to the second location. I was able to find this beading loom for only $5. I am so excited to test this out. I'm really into beaded embroidery, so this is right up my alley. Okay, here is the third JOANN location, which is right next to an old Bed Bath & Beyond. My college ended up renting this old Bed Bath & Beyond and turning it into art and design studios. I took a weaving class here my senior year and it was so much fun. Business-wise, it was really convenient for this location to be right next to an art studio. It was also the smallest JOANN store I went to and it had the least amount of selection, so it looked pretty pick-through. Also, sustainability hack, I love using RIT dye to upcycle clothes. I didn't need any right now, but it's on sale. I haven't seen these colorful styrofoam pieces in so long. They remind me so much of my childhood. I was debating getting this wood easel loom. However, I've been able to weave using this giant piece of cardboard I've upcycled into my own DIY loom, so I ended up just not getting it. And then every single JOANN's location I went to had an absurd amount of seasonal junk. I would just describe all of these ornaments as junk. Like you don't need an ornament for every new trendy item that's out this year. Nobody needs an air fryer ornament. Like no wonder they went bankrupt. This store was just filled with junk. Even these twisty candles that were popular online a while ago that aren't realistic slash don't really work. Even all of the spring decor that would have been new this season was marked as 40% off and there was so much stuff. I then returned to the first JOANN's location about a week later just to find out they had the exact same sales and less selection. Every single location I went to was stocked when it came to spring stuff, and it didn't look like anyone had touched anything since the first week, so I don't know if no one's buying anything or if they keep bringing stuff out from the back. They also had a crazy large selection of fleece slash fleece blanket making kits. I think fleece was 30% off when most fabrics were in the 20s. And then the yarn was so sad, it looked like it had been ransacked compared to a week ago. I didn't end up getting anything because I really don't need any more yarn, but it's so fun to look at. Also, majority of the yarn left is this really thick blanket yarn material. Kids' toys was 20% off, so I ended up getting this little Sonic the Hedgehog for my cousin. They also had Japanese pull-apart erasers, which were my childhood favorite. They also had a variety of odd fidget toys that I couldn't help myself but play with. Mini haul, except I already showed you guys everything I got throughout the video. I am so excited to try this beading loom. I found a few good YouTube tutorials that look like they'll do the trick. But yeah, super stoked. Also, this is the final product of the wooden lighthouse birdhouse. It definitely looks nicer from far away, but yeah, I feel like it turned out pretty well. I also got this little Sonic character for my little cousin's birthday coming up. It was, I think, 20% off kids' toys. I was a business major in college, so company bankruptcies is something that really interests me, especially when it comes to stores that were really big parts of my childhood. Stores that come to mind, AC Moore, which closed before the pandemic, I remember. I feel like that was the most known craft retailer near me. And now it's probably Michael's. Also, the Christmas tree shops that recently all closed. I know that's just a local New England thing, but that was a big part of my childhood. Party City, I think, just filed or maybe filing for bankruptcy too. And then here we are at JOANN's Fabric. So yeah, rip JOANN's. I used to go so much when I was a kid with my Nana, so it brings back lots of memories. I just really feel bad for the employees of JOANN's that are losing their jobs. Obviously, the thing that differentiated JOANN's fabric from all these other craft stores is their fabric selection, so I feel bad for people who are really into costume and clothing design. Thankfully for me, I live in a pretty populated area and there's multiple other craft store options. I do know JOANN's is one of the only stores that ships to like kind of remote areas. I follow a girl on YouTube that lives in really remote Alaska. She's a fiber artist and JOANN's is the only store that'll ship to her really far away, like past Anchorage, Alaska. So I feel bad for her now. So yeah, feeling for everyone in this loss of JOANN's. A part of the reason why I wanted to go to multiple locations was to see what kind of stuff was left over after all the JOANN sales. I feel like my business brain was observing everything in the stores to kind of see what their merchandising team may have overbought / what may have led to their downfall. The amount of seasonal junk that was at JOANN's was actually astonishing. It's giving they were producing stuff that were Pinterest trends about a year ago, so it's like already outdated by the time it comes to market. That's at least my take on it, or at least what I noticed in the stores. Also, when it comes to actual craft product, I think they overbought way too much fleece / stuff to make those no-tie fleece blankets that were really popular a while ago. Thinking back to the sale prices, I believe fleece was 30% off when majority of fabrics were, I think, 10 to 20% off, depending on what type. I also noticed there was so much of the heavy-duty blanket yarn. I feel like this type of yarn, like the normal crafting yarn, was the first to go at most stores I went to. So yeah, that is my prediction, but I'm gonna do a follow-up video to this for like the final days of JOANN's to go see what's in the store, like their final days open. And I wanna see the stores once they are fully picked over just to see what's left. Something I saw with JOANN's and AC Moore, I remember did this a lot as well. They would overprice their items and then they ran so many coupon deals that you could like stack the coupons so you wouldn't go shopping unless you had coupons. Yeah, I know coupons were really big at JOANN's. A woman in front of me was arguing with the cashier because I guess that day they just stopped accepting coupons and it just like makes everyone's life more complicated. Like just price it normally and put it on the shelf like everyone else is doing. So yeah, I feel like the couponing aspect of JOANN's was just really inconvenient and annoying. Shout out if you made it this far in the video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this gives you some crafting inspiration. Also check out JOANN's because they're having some good sales right now. Definitely subscribe for more crafting / shopping videos because I really enjoy making these. Yay, thanks for watching. Bye!